Week 11 of the NFL season is in the books. We had another great week of football. Let's recap everything that happened. We're going to start off with a Thursday night game. The Washington Redskins unfortunately losing to the Philadelphia Eagles in a pretty decent game. Only at the end it got a little bit boring. It sucks. It truly sucks because yes, I know Jaden Daniels did not have a great game. He did look like a rookie quarterback. And this Washington team got flat out outplayed. But the reality is that Washington had an opportunity to win this game, or at least keep it within striking distance. And everything changed when they decided to go for it instead of kick the field goal. The score was 10-12. Redskins were driving. It was a good drive, and then it stalled. They were in field goal range. It was like 4th and 2, 4th and 3, whatever it was. They decide to go for it instead of take the points and take the lead. That is when everything changed. They got stopped on 4th down. Philly went down, scored a ton. It wasn't over yet, obviously. They had a chance to come back. Daniels throws an interception. Saquon goes and runs in for a touchdown. It's 26-10 at this point, and it's all but over. Washington did go down and score a garbage time touchdown to make it a one-possession game, and then failed to convert on the onside kick. It was a tough game. It was a really tough game. And I genuinely thought Washington had enough talent to win this game. I'm concerned that they are not going to win this division now. Philly has a 2-game lead over them, and I'm worried that Philly may not lose. With that being said, at this time last year, Philly was the undisputed best team in the league. And we all know how last season ended. So with a team like Philly, I'm not overly concerned because we know all it takes is one bad stretch, which they're capable of pulling off, and everything goes wrong. I still have faith in the Redskins. I think they still can win this division. With that being said, I don't know if I can keep calling the Eagles as fraudulent as I thought they were. They are good. And the more important reason as to why they are good is because Saquon is running like he owes somebody money. The man is balling. Every run play is just with authority and with this power. And he plays so well. Philly's going to roll with this running attack. Forget about the passing game. You don't need a passing game when you have a dual threat quarterback like Jalen Hurts and a beast like Saquon doing whatever the fuck he wants. Good win for Philly. They completely outplayed Washington. I thought Washington would be better, but they weren't. We'll recover. They'll recover. Philly, don't get too excited because you saw what happened last season when y'all got too excited. So, you know how it goes. Next game. What an amazing game this was. The Green Bay Packers versus the Chicago Bears. I gotta start off by saying Caleb actually played well. Even though he hasn't thrown a touchdown in like a month, he played well in this game. He moved the ball relatively well. And overall, the Bears offense looked a lot more competent this week than they did in weeks prior. To a certain extent, I would even say that the Bears outplayed the Packers. They really did. They outplayed the Packers. But it all went bad during the most important time. But before we get there, we'll talk about the game in and of itself, right? Packers go down in the very first drive, score an easy touchdown. And it looks like they're going to carry the momentum on. But from that point, they did not look that good. They played a little bit lackluster, and there were certain points in the game where Bears could have really killed them. Packers go down, drive down, score a touchdown, go for 2, don't convert. It's 20-19. There's enough time for Caleb and the Bears. Caleb, by my surprise, takes this Bears team, drives down the field with relative ease, and gets them in reasonable field goal range. If I'm not mistaken, it was a 46-yard field goal. And for the second week in a row, we have a walk-off, blocked field goal. I mean, good Lord. Pray for the Chicago Bears fans because that is such a bad loss. This last month or so for the Bears has just been tough L after tough L. The Redskins loss was horrible. This was horrible. Those are two big games they had in their hands, and they just let it slip away completely. If not for those two games, you could literally flip the Chicago Bears record. Packers escaped with a win. Packers played horrible, still got it done. So you can't really say nothing about Packers, but they can't play like this against good teams, that's for sure. If they play like this against a good team, Packers are done for. But this is a learning experience for the Packers. They'll recover. You do what you got to do, and you win the game, no matter what it takes. Bears? Oh, God. Oh, God. This was bad. This was real bad for Chicago. The football gods have cursed them, or what it is. I don't know why they have, but Bears played better than the Packers. They flat out outplayed the Packers and still lost. Insane. Bears may never recover from this. And even though Caleb played well, throw a touchdown maybe and you'll play better or win the game at least. Good win for the Packers. Good effort by the Bears, but damn. You better pray this season starts going upwards, because everything right now, everything that can go wrong does go wrong for Chicago. And that's bad. That's real bad. Yeah. Next game. Oh, this game. The Indianapolis Colts versus the New York Jets. I don't even know where to start with this. No, you know what? I do know where to start. The Jets are trash. The Jets are trash. Every fucking week, it's the same bullshit. We are so bad. Our defense can't stop a fucking nosebleed, and our offense falls short every goddamn time we need them to step up. Listen to me. I am on this close to calling the FBI and saying, hey FBI, I know a man in New Jersey who has a bunch of ayahuasca and Percocet in his house. Arrest his ass. That's the only way we can save the Jets season. Get Rodgers arrested by the FBI. We'll void his contract. We'll sign a new quarterback. Anyone would be better than this old piece of garbage. Rodgers is washed. The Jets are trash. Every week, it's the same bullshit. I'm tired of watching this goddamn team. And what's worse about this season, I've said it before and I'll say it again, we've had worser seasons. There's been years, I think 2020, we went like 2-14. It was difficult to watch. But the thing is, with a season like that, is we had no expectations going in. We weren't expected to be good. This team is complete opposite. Because this team had ridiculously high expectations. Forget about playoff expectations. We had Super Bowl expectations. People thought we were going to go to the Super Bowl. We're not even going to make the playoffs. This game was something else. It's just disgusting all around. Colts take an early lead, whatever it was, 10, 13-0. I'm sitting there thinking, it's over. What a shit game. Shit performance, as usual. And then, all of a sudden, Breece Hall and the Jets offense wakes the fuck up. They start making plays, and they take a fucking lead. All that being said, it's 27-22, and what happens? Anthony Richardson, the same guy who tapped out, whatever it was, 3 weeks ago, drives the Colts straight down the field, embarrassing our defense, scores the game-winning touchdown. They don't convert the 2-point conversion. I'm sitting there thinking, oh, Jets have a chance at least, and Rodgers just fucking gets sacked, I think twice in that fucking attempt of a game-winning drive. Embarrassment! It's an embarrassment. The season's over. I'm done saying the Jets are still alive. We have 8 losses. If we win out, we finish 9-8. It's a miracle if we make it to the playoffs at 9-8 in the AFC that's absolutely fucking loaded. Jets are abysmal. They are an embarrassment. Aaron Rodgers needs to go. Everybody needs to go. Sauce Gardner is an all-pro player. He has 2 All-Pros in his first 2 seasons. He can't make a tackle. Good win by the Colts. I'm not going to take anything away from you. It was a good effort, good win, but take it as you're not as good as you think. It's the Jets are as trash as people didn't expect. We'll call it like that. Jets are fucking horrible. Fuck the Jets. Good job for the Colts. Hope you make the fucking playoffs. I hate the Jets. I hate them. Next game. Jaguars versus Lions. You see, the opposite of Jets fans are the Lions. They were trash and now they're amazing. Lions fans, I mean, you guys are through the moon. 52-6 is unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Even though Jaguars are shit and obviously Mac Jones is trash. But come on now. Come on now. 52 points is crazy. That's crazy. Every week. And the funniest part about this Lions team, the way they play, everybody eats. Montgomery had like 2 touchdowns. Gibbs had a touchdown. Amon-Ra had a touchdown. Fucking Jameson Williams had a touchdown. Every fucking player on the Lions offense balls out every weekend. Yeah, I don't really have much analysis for this game. The Lions are the Lions. They're the new Super Bowl favorites at this point in time. I don't know if that's going to last for long because Chiefs are obviously the Chiefs. But yeah, Lions balled the fuck out. They did what they had to do. And that's why they won by 50 fucking 2 points. I mean, they didn't win by 52. They put up 52. They won by whatever it is, 46. Psh. Lions are animals. Every week we're saying this now. Every week it becomes more and more evident this team is legit. And they are a real threat to win the Super Bowl. I mean, genuinely win the Super Bowl. Jaguars are trash. You can't take too much away from them because of Mac Jones. But at the same time, Mac Jones doesn't play defense. Defense allowed 52 fucking points. Dougie P needs to do better preparing the team for these games. Because they're getting embarrassed week in and week out. And that's why they're trash. Yeah, good win for the Lions. Jaguars, your season's over. It's been over. Lions, damn, 9-1. Probably the best team in the NFL at this point. What an absolute, damn. I wish I was a Lions fan. Crazy. Good shit, Detroit. Next game. Cleveland Browns versus New Orleans Saints. I don't know why the fuck I keep picking these fucking bums of Browns every week. And Winston didn't even play that bad. I could sit here and make fun of Winston, but he didn't even play that bad. The defense just allowed Taysom Hill, of all fucking people, Taysom Hill to kill these guys. Coach Riz is doing an amazing job coaching this Saints team. 2 weeks in a row, they have massive wins. They're starting to get back on track. They're 4-7, but what's interesting is that their division is pretty weak. So damn, God forbid Saints fuck around and make a run. That would be hilarious. I don't think they will. There's too many injuries, too many missing weapons. But you know, they exposed the Falcons last week, and Browns are just shit. Browns are so shit. It was a good win for New Orleans, but more so like Browns are just trash. I thought their D was good. I thought the offense was the problem. The offense wasn't the problem in this game. The defense was non-existent. And they allowed Derek Carbage and Taysom Hill to just kill them. Good win for the Saints. You're back on track. Browns, your season is done. And the worst part about the Browns is I don't know where you go from here. Like genuinely, where do you go from here? The quarterback, Deshaun Cosby, is still under a massive contract. A lot of these dudes are under massive contracts, and you really can't get rid of most of them. Yeah, Browns are in trouble for the next few years. Good win for the Saints. Next game. Bit of a boring one. Raiders versus Dolphins. Dolphins flat out outplayed the Raiders every which way. Raiders at times made it close, but Dolphins' offense was just too good, too powerful, and they completely outplayed the Raiders. Raiders are not good. They're in tank mode. Again, like I said last week, they're going to be singing Perfect Timing, whatever it's called, by Shador. Shador wants to be a Raider, and I don't see why the Raiders wouldn't want Shador. As for the Dolphins, they're starting to get hot again at the right time. They're 4-6 right now, but I feel that a couple more big wins and they'll be right back in the wild card picture. They're not winning the division at this point. The Bills are just too good, unless the Bills just collapse. But the Dolphins can definitely be a wild card team, and they can be a bit of a threat in the playoffs with that offense. We'll see how it goes. Again, beating the Raiders is not that impressive, but nevertheless, Dolphins played really well. They got the job done, and they won they covered and they won pretty strong. So can't say too much about this one. Next game, Rams versus Patriots. I got this one wrong as well. I had Patriots to cover, and Patriots were this goddamn close every time, but they got outplayed completely. Their Rams receiving core balled out. The Rams receiving core bullied this Patriots defense. Puka had a monster game. Cooper Kupp had a monster game. And it just overall embarrassed the Patriots. Rams were the better team. And hey, they're 5-5. They're hanging around. NFC West is as open as it could be. We'll get to a big NFC matchup later. Anyone can win this division. So Rams, don't sleep on them with this offense. Patriots, this season for the Patriots was not a one in which they thought they were going to win the Super Bowl, let alone make the playoffs. The good thing that I think all you Patriots fans can take away, genuinely, is how good Drake May has looked. Drake May looks pretty good. At times, he makes stupid mistakes, but I gotta say, he has the raw talent and the raw ability. Don't sleep on Drake May in the future. He can definitely fuck shit up for the Patriots. As a Jets fan, I kind of hope that's not true. But, we'll see. We'll see. Good win for the Rams. Next game, another little bit of a boring one. The Minnesota Vikings versus the Tennessee Titans. Thank God I did not bet on the Titans like I said it. I wanted to. I didn't. I held myself back. Thank God. They're bums. They're trash. Levis played all right, actually. I gotta say, Levis did not play horrible. But overall, the Titans just couldn't keep up. 2-8. They're shit. Vikings, finally a win in which it was more convincing than weeks prior. 8-2. And it's funny. For as dominant as the Lions have been, the Vikings and the Packers are right there. God forbid the Lions slip up a few games. Vikings can slide in and win that division like that, which is pretty interesting to think about. I don't think it's going to happen, but don't sleep on Minnesota, because Minnesota all of a sudden was playing super mediocre and now is starting to get back into their rhythm. Easy games? Yes. They've had 3 pretty easy games. The AFC South, just domination. They played Colts. They played Jaguars. They played Titans. All of them they won, relatively easily. Vikings were the better team in this game. Vikings outplayed them. I don't know if Vikings are still frauds or not. I want to see them beat a good team again. And then I could say, okay, Vikings are legit. As of right now, beating the Titans is not impressive. Titans are trash. Next game, a good game. Finally, a game we can talk about that's actually entertaining. The Ravens versus the Steelers in a weird one. The Steelers did not score a touchdown. They did not score one touchdown, and they managed to win this game. Quite impressive, I must say. Overall, I don't know who outplayed who. The Steelers' defense played very well, but so did the Ravens' defense. It wasn't as high scoring as I thought it would be. I got this over wrong. I don't know why. I fucking bet the over. Luckily, I did have Steelers +3, so Steelers did cover for me there. I could have bet them outright as well. I had Steelers to win too in the video. Steelers, I don't want to say they're the better team, but they are built, I think, a little bit better than the Ravens are, in the sense that defense for the Steelers will always keep them in the game. And put it this way, I would be terrified of the Steelers come playoff time. I believe the Steelers are a sick team, dangerous ass team. Honestly, aside from the Bills and the Chiefs, are the real contender in the AFC. I would not want to see this Steelers team in January, and I'm going to stick by them because I think I'm going to keep riding this Russell Wilson, Mr. Unlimited hype train, even though he played like shit on Sunday. Nevertheless, Steelers played better than the Ravens. Ravens had a few big mistakes. Derrick Henry had a huge fumble early in the game. Zay Flowers missed a couple easy throws right in his chest. I know Lamar was going crazy about that. Lamar is not a full running back, but he was a little bit running backy in this game. But most importantly, that 2-point conversion in which they didn't convert, obviously to tie up the game. The whole difference maker everyone's asking is why Derrick Henry wasn't on the field, which is a good question. John Harbaugh, what the fuck? But yeah, the Steelers outplayed the Ravens. It seems like every year the Steelers outplay the Ravens. I wouldn't say at this point the Steelers are better than the Ravens yet. But again, like I said, Steelers are built better than the Ravens. Ravens have this issue of like strong offensive performances, weak defensive performances. Strong defensive performances, weak offensive performances. And this type of back and forth is not going to last long. I mean, Ravens are 7-4. They're going to make the playoffs, whether it be by winning the division or whether it be by wild card. So if you're a Ravens fan, don't stress, even though I don't know if any Ravens fans watch this because of how badly I shit on Lamar. Steelers, I know there's a lot of Steelers fans. Steelers, I'm riding with you guys. You guys are fucking contenders. And if you get the right matchups in the playoffs, Steelers can go far. Steelers can go real far. 8-2, y'all looking real good. It was an ugly win, but a win is a win. Next game. The Atlanta Falcons versus the Denver Broncos. I got this game right by a mile. The Denver Broncos flat out beat the living dog shit out of Atlanta. They fucking did unspeakable things to this Falcons team. 2 field goals, did not allow a touchdown, and just bully them. And the most important part, Bo Nix. Have y'all seen this Bo Nix stat line in this game? Bo Nix had a damn near perfect performance. Unbelievable play, unbelievable running. That Javonte Williams touchdown was just unbelievable. The Broncos are a real playoff team. They're not winning the division, but they are going to make the playoffs more likely than not. Bo Nix has impressed the hell out of me. They've just been balling. Don't sleep on Denver. Atlanta, like I said, I believe that this Atlanta team is entering this midseason lull, and that's exactly what is happening. I still think they'll win the division. I still think they'll be that team. They're going into a bye week. They're going to get time to reset, get their mind right. Raheem Morris is going to fix this team and fix the problems. And they'll get back on track. Overall, absolute domination by the Broncos. Won me a couple dollars. We like to see it. And yeah, Broncos were flat out better in every aspect of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. Broncos were the better team. Broncos have been well coached, well-oiled machine. Whew. Broncos are dangerous. Real dangerous. Especially with that nasty-ass defense they got as well. Broncos. Don't sleep on the Broncos. I slept on the Broncos early in the season, and I woke the fuck up. It's time for you to wake the fuck up if you're still sleeping on them. Next game. Seahawks versus the Niners. I got some Niners fans here, and I know you Niners fans are not happy about this game. Weird game, back and forth type of game, where I can't really say Seahawks outplayed the Niners and vice versa. I can't really say Niners outplayed the Seahawks. Niners, they're entering their midseason hangover. I guess you could, I wouldn't even call it midseason hangover. It's the whole year. They've been pure mediocrity the whole year. Super Bowl hangover is the right term to use. I don't know what to say about this Niners team. Some weeks they look good, other weeks they look bad. There's this expectation with the Niners, right? You're getting McCaffrey back. Debo is playing in this game even though he shouldn't have been. What's his name? Juwan Jennings is balling out like crazy. And yet Niners fall short. That last drive by Seattle to score a tud to win the game with 10 seconds left, they got burnt. Absolute burnt on the ground by Geno. Geno in 2024 is running all over the Niners defense to win the game. I don't want to say Niners are fraudulent yet, but Niners aren't fraud alert. Because the issue is, yes, the division is still wide open, but Niners continue to lose pivotal division games, which in the big scheme of things, especially for tiebreakers, matters a lot. So Niners can't afford to continue to keep losing. They need to start winning, so that teams like Seahawks, Rams, and the Cardinals, who are number 1 right now in the division, don't have this unfair advantage over the Niners. when push comes to shove during tiebreakers. This could be make or break for the Niners making or missing the playoffs, if that's what it takes. Niners got to step up. They have to play better. Shanahan has to coach better. As for Seattle, Seattle continues to shock me, play super well. I'm a little bit nervous. Cardinals are playing Seattle next week, and obviously you guys know I think Cardinals are going to win the division. I'm riding with the Cardinals. I could say it right now. I mean, this isn't a prediction video, but you already know I'm riding with the Cardinals. Seattle scares the fuck out of me, though. They have played such good offense, and when Geno starts to cook, nobody can stop this man. But at the same time, once Geno plays like ass, everyone can stop this man. So it's a give or take. It's a give or take. Good win for the Seahawks. Huge wins for the standings. Niners, look yourselves in the mirror because Brock Turdy is playing like a turd, and this team in general is falling apart as we speak. Next game, the game of the week, the Bills versus the Chiefs. Absolute back and forth banger in the first half. It was an amazing game. They went back, forth, and then the Bills started to slightly pull away towards the end of the game. And, Chiefs kept them in it. There was a huge drive by Mahomes, and they just went down, scored a touchdown. All in all, everything leads us to the point where it's 21-23. The Bills are driving. They are in Chiefs territory in makeable field goal range, even though Tyler Bass did miss an extra point in this game. They're in field goal range. It's 4th and 2. I'm sitting there watching this with money on the Bills. I told you guys I'm betting on the Bills. I did bet on the Bills. Sitting there thinking, okay, the Bills should not kick this field goal. Logically, yes, it makes sense. You kick the field goal, you make it, you go up by 5, and you force the Chiefs to have to drive down the length of the field and score a touchdown, which is a lot more difficult compared to you go for it on 4th, you don't make it, and then the Chiefs just need a field goal to win the game. I said go for it. And I said this for one reason and one reason only. Because of Mahomes. If this was any other team in the league, you kick the field goal. Chiefs, you know what's going to happen. We all know this already. We've seen this story a million times. Mahomes is going to drive down, refs are going to call the penalties in their favor, and they're going to score a touchdown. And the ballsiest play of arguably the year for the Bills, Josh Allen takes it, runs, picks up the first down, doesn't even fall down, bulldozes his way into the end zone to give the Bills 8-point lead. Tyler Bass kicks the extra point, 9-point game. The game is all but over. I mean, with the Chiefs, you never know because, we've seen crazier shit in Chiefs-Bills games before. But Bills locked them up on defense, picked off Mahomes, and ended the game. The Bills were flat out better than the Chiefs this week. The Chiefs' black magic run has ended, and they finally lost the game. With that being said, in the big scheme of things, this doesn't matter. We've seen this already. We know what happened last year, years before that. Bills win in the regular season, and once January comes along and it's playoff time, Chiefs always get it done. The Bills have to change their mentality and not take this game as the success of all successes. Win this game in January, and then you could clap your hands. I'm not rooting for the Bills. I'm a Jets fan, but this Bills team is very entertaining to watch. And maybe this year can genuinely be the year that they overcome the Kansas City Chiefs, only because Josh Allen is playing MVP, lights out. He is my MVP as of right now. He's been balling out. He's limiting the turnovers. He's always been a turnover machine, but this year he's been much better with turnovers. And the Bills won outright. They were better every which way. I won a couple dollars. The Chiefs' black magic run is over. Now, some would argue, and I would argue this too, this is actually better for the Chiefs now that they lost. The pressure of them staying undefeated is kind of off now. So now it doesn't matter if they lose one game the rest of the regular season or they lose 3 games, right? As long as they win the division, get the number 1 seed, playoff-wise, it doesn't matter. So for them, it's going to be interesting because the pressure is a little bit lifted off their shoulders and it could be bad. If I'm the Bills, I pray I don't play the Chiefs until the conference championship because, yeah, in divisional round could go bad. Conference championship might work in the Bills' favor, but the earlier the Bills play the Chiefs in the playoffs, the worse. That's my perspective. Two best teams in the AFC. And that's what happens. Great game. Great win for the Bills. You like to see it. I know my Buffalo Bills fans are over the moon. Next game. Sunday Night Football. The Cincinnati Bengals versus the Los Angeles Chargers in the weirdest game of all time. The Chargers are dominating. Absolutely dominating the Bengals in the first half. It was like, what, 20-6? Absolute masterclass by Herbert. Great running ability and great coaching by Harbaugh. All of a sudden, specifically in the third quarter, it was weird. It was only the third quarter. Bengals just go bang. 14 points instantaneously. And Chargers can't do nothing on offense. 3 and out after 3 and out after 3 and out. All that being said, the Bengals tie the game up in the fourth quarter. It's 27-27. I'm sitting there thinking, holy fuck, is Brandon Staley still coaching the Chargers? What the fuck is going on? How in the world are the Chargers about to blow this game? There's no way. I had money on the Chargers. I said I'm betting on the Chargers too. There's no way the Chargers are about to blow this shit. This would be so bad. So bad if they blow it. And realistically, they kind of did blow it. Lucky for them. Evan McPherson or Evan McFraudson missed not one, but two massive field goals. And that's all she wrote. Chargers go down, run the ball into the end zone. Big play by, I think it was Dobbins, if I'm not mistaken. Score the tud. Ice the game. Not ice it, but, make it real difficult for the Bengals to come back and make those two Bengals that McPherson missed absolutely haunt them. It was haunting them. This may have ended Cincinnati's season. It's not over yet, but Bengals have to win out or at least lose one more game. Bengals are, their back is against the wall. They need to win as much as possible. Otherwise, it's going to be too little too late. And that's all she wrote for the Bengals season. As for the Chargers outplayed the Bengals for the majority of the game. They're 7-3. They're the better team. And that's why they're going to continue to make noise. And I believe Chargers are also, like Steelers, they're built in a way that they are going to be so dangerous in January, it's not even funny. Good win for the Chargers. They got the shit scared out of them right there. Harbaugh almost learned what it's like to be a Chargers coach. But Chargers pulled through. They pulled through for me. They pulled through for their fans. And they got the job done. That's why the Chargers are 7-3. And that's why the Bengals are 4-7. Now let's go to Monday Night Football recap. The Houston Texans beat the absolute dog shit out of the Cowgirls. The Cowgirls are so trash. No defense. No offense. This team has literally nothing. Jerry World is falling apart as we speak. Literally, the fucking ceiling is caving in. Yeah, this Cowboys team is an absolute mess. They're better off resetting the entire team, getting ready for the offseason, fucking draft some new players. I don't even know who you draft. You have good receivers. You have a good quarterback. Maybe a running back. I don't fucking know. Yeah, Cowboys are ass. This year is over. Texans are interesting because they've been playing very fraudulent the last few weeks. And even last game, they blew a big one to Detroit that they should have won. And this one, they play this weird style where they still haven't scored offensive touchdowns in the second half. It was one touchdown for the Texans, and it was the defensive scoop and score. Yeah, Texans are on fraud alert. The better teams they play, the more likely they'll lose. And they should be worried that the Colts are coming on their ass real quick. But besides the point, they outplayed the Cowboys, but let's be real here. They outplayed the ICU Cowboys. Jake Paul has more wins at AT&T Stadium than this Cowgirls team does. I don't think this team has won a game in the year of 2024 at home. Embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. Cowboys are trash. Texans are not trash, but the way they've been playing, things are not looking good. They need to get the run game going. I mean, the run game is not the problem, I would say. it's this mixture of the run game with the pass game, because when the run game is dominating, the pass game seems to be lacking, right? I don't know. Mixon's been balling out. I shouldn't say the run game wasn't going. The run game's going well, but the pass game is a little bit weak at times. Second half they need to step up, play better. Overall, Cowboys suck. Texans are slightly above sucking. Those are my reactions to this week of the NFL season. Stay tuned for more NFL videos coming soon.